Assalamu alaikum and welcome to this week's An Nur the Light. I hope the midweek Women's Day public holiday did wonders for your soul. Aziza CBC is a sister who's making her mark in the fashion world with a style that is both African and unique. We got to learn more about what makes her tick.
Aziza CBC is a quintessentially stylish South African Muslimah whose interests include fashion, blogging, fitness and health. She's one of a growing breed of Muslim women who are establishing themselves through an identity deeply rooted in African style and culture.
Being an African and being Muslim and being involved so much in fashion is very intercorrelated for me, because I think that in South Africa we're very diverse, so we're not defined by one thing. So I think being African and being Muslim and being involved in the fashion industry is sort of representative of just how diverse we are as a people and as Africans and as Muslims, really, young Muslims in South Africa.
Social media has played a huge part in her success. Her blog, Lulu Vintage, captures her daily looks ranging from African-inspired wear to high-fashion vintage and Islamic concepts. Luyanda graduated from the University of Pretoria with a degree in Information Sciences and is currently working towards an honours degree specializing in digital publishing. She is employed as a writer for a beauty and makeup publication, but contributes regularly to other publications and blogs as well.
I think in the age of social media, your fashion involvement is as much as you would like it to be. Nowadays, you don't have to wait for an agency to sign you or give you a contract or give you a major label to kind of represent their fashion brands. You create your own lane. So using blogging platforms and social media and YouTube and, pop-up shops, I think my involvement is very much at the pace that I would like it to be. So I would say it's quite involved.
Her passion for fashion led her to start her own lifestyle and styling company that focuses on curating and styling, placing an emphasis on modest fashion. As a creative person, she's also looking at new avenues where she can contribute with her knowledge and fashion sense.
Lulu Vintage is my blog, and it's a platform where I showcase my different fashion tastes. So as much as it's predominantly vintage and showcasing a lot of the work that I do with Tickle Your Vintage, but it's also exploring some of the different fashion styles that I pick up on, whether it be street style or African print or even formal wear. So it's really just a space for me to express myself through fashion. I would like to do a lot more television and styling. So I love to style people. So styling movie sets and styling presenters and styling for magazines.
Luyanda is also known to be a great advocate for health and writes about ways of living a healthy lifestyle. She has quite an active lifestyle herself and uses her social media influence to get mothers, women and children moving. Her most recent hobby has been boxing, and she's used it as a way to stay healthy and relieve stress.
Gym is important to me because I think that anytime you want to be a balanced individual, you have to be balanced mind, body, and soul. So I think gym balances me mentally and physically. Boxing for me is more mental than anything else. I think listening to the instructor and also knowing that between listening and physically, your body, everything is just connected. And doing all the moves, but still being able to concentrate and still focus on your feet and your mind and your ears and your eyes. It all just reminds me that everything is working and everything is still alive, and you just become grateful for that. There's a large community of other Muslim women who come to this gym, and we kind of push each other to reach goals. And I think as Muslim women with children, we all know how it's like to bounce back from your pre-body, or even better than you were before you had a baby.
One of Luyanda's philosophies in life is to always challenge herself in finding her true purpose on earth, as ordained by the Creator. She lives by the words of the ancient poet Rumi, who says, "Everything in the universe is within you. Ask all from yourself."
It's that time of the month where my other favorite sister, Nariman Richards, joins me on the couch. Assalamu alaikum, Nariman, and how are you?
Wa alaikum salam, Mariam. I'm very well. Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, shukran. It's Women's Month, and today we're talking about women and worthiness. Tell us more about it.
Yes, Mariam, a very good topic, I think, especially like you say, this being Women's Month. I think a conversation that is long overdue, because as women, we do struggle with our worthiness. We struggle because we feel the need to be perfect, and when we try and live up to this perfection, we always come short, because obviously there is no such thing as perfection. And so I'd like to just share some of my views with the viewers on worthiness and women in particular.
Why do women struggle with perfection, and why do we feel unworthy?
I think that this comes from very early in our childhood, where we are not necessarily deliberately being given or consciously being given messages, but a lot of the messages that are coming through, whether it's via parenting style, whether it's via media, friends, they are shaming messages. So whether it's about our body image, whether it's about doing well at school, there's always this need for us to be told, this is how you should be doing this. And those messages drives our need or our desire to always be perfect. And so it's very sad, because when our self-talk is a shame-based self-talk, what we hear is, I'm not good enough. And that's how we show up, from that place of I'm not good enough. So I'm never good enough, I'm never thin enough, I'm never rich enough, I'm just never good enough. And this is why we struggle with wanting to be perfect.
So how do we recognize that we could potentially be struggling with our sense of worthiness?
I think the behaviors that we engage in when we don't own our own sense of worthiness, and when we're struggling, is things like people pleasing, performing, perfecting, overcompensating. We do this as mothers. We have this belief that we need to be perfect mothers, and when we don't measure up to a standard we've been told is what a perfect mother looks and feels and acts like, we start over-pleasing our kids, and performing in relationships. We start changing who we are so that we can appear to be perfect and appear to be the person that everyone else wants us to be. People who are people pleasers, normally the first thing that you would notice is that you're always saying yes. Even when you really want to say no. And then, so that's one of the signs already that you might want to look deeper and see, why am I always wanting to please people? It could be that you're struggling with your sense of self-worth, and so in that instance, possibly just unpacking that a little bit would be a good idea.
What would you suggest women do as a starting point to owning our worth?
You know, Mariam, we are perfectly imperfect, right? And so if we can actually just accept that there is no such thing as perfection, that's a starting point. and that we are enough. We can be worthy. We don't have to try and hustle for our worthiness. We were created with worth, and we have a purpose, and what we came to bring this world matters. And so if we can start there, just say, I'm imperfect and that's okay. I can still let my light shine and share whatever gifts I came with to this world.
Jazakallah, Sister Nariman, for always availing yourself and providing us with food for thought.
It's an absolute pleasure. Wonderful to be back again. Shukran.
Next up, we learn more about a group of female cyclists in Cape Town.
Cape Town is best described in the words of Sir Francis Drake as the fairest cape of them all. Its natural beauty is unsurpassed, and this has led to many Cape Townians embracing an outdoor lifestyle. Cycling is an ever-growing sport, and the Cape offers some of the most scenic cycling routes in all the world. Up till recently, however, few Muslim women saw this as something they could do, but the wheels are turning and more women are taking up this sport.
What I like about cycling is you get on your bike, you're free. We have the most beautiful coastline, so it's all along the coast, and you feel so free. And at the same time, you get your exercising. Male riders on the road have a lot of respect for us, and they will always compliment us. And then they all say, well done, ladies. When I say to my sister, let's come and ride, she hasn't been on a bike in 7 years. And I say to her, but you know, it's all women, just come and ride. And she came to ride this morning. And she's actually fit, and she did this ride to Simonstown and back 50 kilometers. So women can come and ride, and Muslim women, yes, they can come.
Halima Harris heads an all-female group in Constantia, Cape Town, and has been cycling for the past 10 years. She has coordinated several events and in the process picked up a dedicated following of enthusiastic riders. Although she started at a very late age, Halima made headlines after being the first Muslim female in history to be nominated to the board of the Pedal Power Association, the largest recreational cycling organization in South Africa.
Some cyclists do ride badly on the road. This morning we experienced that. They ride two abreast. And like in our group, we would encourage people to ride single file. And even if they're not in our group, we will say to them single file. And I feel it's quite safe. We haven't had an incident in our group, and we sometimes like 30 riders. It's a lot of fun on the road. You know, you can chat to one another, you talk about how your week was, and like you get sometimes a rider on the road that doesn't even know how the gears work, and you at the back would say, now gear up or gear down, or go faster, start pedaling, or you encourage the other riders. Like this morning, we had quite a few riders that's inexperienced, and you just stay behind them and you tell them what to do.
In the past, Halima would always limit herself from sport and fitness activities due to her role as Muslima and mother. The belief that women's participation in such activities in public is mainly unacceptable stems from the desire to protect men as well as women's modesty. With new veiled comfortable sportswear being designed to suit Muslim women, Halima encourages others to join without having to worry about being exposed in public. Her all-female group of cyclists can often be seen passing traffic in full modest Islamic sportswear.
Within cycling for Muslim women, the problem would be the dress code. They would feel that they're too exposed. However, it shouldn't. They could actually be doing. They could be actually cycling. Dress code shouldn't be keeping them at home, being in the kitchen. Cycling for me, it's whereby family. It's a family event. It's a family sport. The mother, the kids. It's just a connection where families stay together. They do the sport together. So
Cyclists wear normally a short pants, and it's all lycra, and the tighter the clothes, the better because of the wind. But for women, you can wear that pants, you can wear a skirt over it, you can wear baggy pants over it, you can cover your arms, you can wear your scarf, and you're covered. So for Muslim women, yes, they can come out and ride.
Women from all backgrounds are part of the group, and for many, it offers them time out of their busy lives as well as great exercise. Life coach Nariman Richards, who joined the group a few years back, conducts sessions where issues are discussed and resolved.
The group of ladies that I ride with, it's a nice group. There's no issues, stuff between us. Women, we do well in groups. I don't know if you know that, but you know, when we go to functions, then we all go to the ladies together. That's how we operate. So when we come together in a group, for us, it's always like social, and we can share stuff, whether it's about our week, about our children, our work, our frustrations, and so on. And then, of course, when we come back, we have coffee, we chat, and that's like the Sunday morning. So from after Fajr until about 10 o'clock, that's what happens on a Sunday morning in summer. And it's awesome. It just brings you back every week.
This group of Muslim women are enjoying their time on the bike and in so doing getting some much-needed fresh air as well as exercise. Their group continues to grow and offers other women a safe space to interact as well as become fit.
Fitness aside, cycling looks like so much fun. I think maybe I need to start my own cycling group. If there's anyone in the Pretoria Lodium area who would be keen to join up, then let me know. Next up is our travel segment from the beautiful province of KwaZulu-Natal.
Butterfly House is the major attraction at this venue, and it is an experience for all. Take a walk through one of the largest butterfly enclosures in South Africa and get a first-hand glimpse into the life of the butterflies housed here. Visitors are able to see both their living as well as breeding habitat, with flowers and trees providing the ideal conditions for the butterflies to exist and thrive in. Many childhoods are filled with memories of these colorful creatures as they flit and fly through the air. Who doesn't remember trudging down pathways or running excitedly over fields filled with some of the most enchanting butterflies? Visitors are able to relive their childhood all over again at this amazing place. Cascading waterfalls and a hot and humid enclosure makes the experience even more magical. But there are also numerous other insects to be found as well. Some are not for the faint-hearted, as they can make your skin crawl with either fright or delight. It'll take an expert to see the difference between the stick insect and the twig it sits on. But once you've recognized it, there's no denying the camouflage is truly one of nature's most breathtaking feats. Ages are welcome, but be prepared for thrills and surprises, all in the name of fun. No matter where you go in KwaZulu-Natal, the ever-famous curry is never too far away. In a small, almost nondescript shop in the heart of Pietermaritzburg, the hungry person will find a treasure pot ready to be eaten.
The curries we sell mutton curry, chicken, we sell beef, and we've got kebabs, minced curry. Then we've got a bean and potato curry. Our specialty is chip and cheese roti. We sell like about maybe 50 a day. Just depends on the weather. Biryanis also. And our main customers are white customers. They come all the time. And every day we see the same customers.
The kitchen is a hive of activity as cooks prepare delicious food, all made from the freshest ingredients. The secret is in the special blend of spices that the owners use to concoct their mouth-watering delights.
Everybody really got the cheese and potato samosas, and the mince, and even cheese and corn. We sell cheese and onion, plain potato, and even chicken. We do mix our own spices, and we do use this for our own curries also. The difference is the taste. The taste is unique with our curries.
Apart from the yummy food, visitors are also able to buy homemade spices and try their hand at cooking their own great curries. Don't leave here without it. After all that food, it's time to get moving, and where better than a place filled with fun yet challenging activities. Unleash the gladiator inside you and deal with friends and family on a course designed to test your mettle.
Mountain View, it's a children's entertainment centre. We do team buildings, conferencing and accommodation. We also do camping. We also have an animal farm. When you come to Mountain View, you can expect to have lots of fun, a relaxing time. The kids can play, have a good time, swim, play on the jumping castle, trampoline, and the parents can relax and have a drink by the pool.
Once that gladiator has been unleashed, there's no holding back. And with archery as another activity, the going just gets better. Be careful though, as trained personnel are on hand to ensure safety standards are upheld.
There's something for everyone here, old and young. For the adults, there's a lot of picnicking, sitting by the pool, having a few drinks, relaxing. And then for the kids, there's swimming pools, jumping castles, trampolines, lots of fun for them. So the quad biking is a plus minus 600 metre lap. The obstacle course we mostly do for team buildings. People can come and do it themselves. They charged an entrance fee, they come through for the day and they can do it themselves.
End of the day with a race around the track. Quad biking gives the rider an earth-shattering experience, but it's all good and makes for an eventful day out.
Women's Day may have come and gone, but the role of women in society should never be downplayed. As we commemorate this month, let's make an effort to honor our women daily. That's it from me for this week. I'm Mara Mukwanda. Salam Hantle. Assalamu alaikum.
They sang this song when you came to town. How I wish that you were still around. How I wish that you would show up at my door and I would cry to you and tell you how. Trying to follow where you left for me. I've been trying so carefully. I know the Lord, He is testing me to see if I am what I said to be. Follow your way and I know I'll be right. Day in and day out the rest of my life. People in my city, they're searching for light. Yeah, Nabi, I will be making it bright now. Until the day I die.